Good morning, everyone. I know I'm doing a little impromptu message just to keep you on your toes. I hope that you are making the most of a beautiful morning. I know here in Florida, there is literally not a cloud in the sky. It is so bright, and we are right at that time period where daylight is giving us the most punch in the spectral range we need to support our circadian health. It is absolutely beautiful. But if you joined us for yesterday's message, you know that even if it's not this beautiful, even if it's overcast, you can still make the most of your life under light. And if you're wondering if this workshop is for you, if you need to know more about this, why is it so important? Then the answer is always a resounding yes, because everybody has circadian rhythms and everybody lives their life under light. And if you are someone who is looking to enhance and make the most out of all of the efforts you take in supporting your nutrition and gut health, in supporting your physical fitness and your recovery health, your autoimmune health, your heart health, your mental and emotional health. All of these pillars of wellness stand on the foundation of circadian rhythms, and light is the active agent which regulates and supports our circadian rhythms and circadian health. So, yes, this workshop is for you. Make the most out of all of the efforts you take with all of your other pillars of health and wellness by ensuring that your circadian rhythms are healthy, aligned, and intact. Now, what if you're okay with this? Right? What if you feel pretty healthy and you don't think you need it? At the end of the day, you always do. Because look at what just happened with the pandemic, with the quarantine. All of a sudden, we started seeing this influx of articles and data coming out, and research and marketing and ads saying, go out, get healthy light, try to make the most of the light that you have, try to better support your mental health. All right. Go out there, make relationships, do whatever you've got to do in order to make it through this pandemic, because your circadian rhythms are so important, because getting light is so important, and mental and emotional health is so important. All of it is tied together. They are not agnostic or exclusive of the other. They go yin and yang. They work in a system, in a cycle, in a rhythm, and that's circadian health. And with light, again, being the active agent to support that, why wouldn't you want to know more about it? We have been doing this since before the pandemic, since before the quarantine. Over half a decade worth of educating individuals, educating companies, educating anyone who was willing to listen to us, who at the time, albeit I'll admit, didn't really think that they needed to. And up until last year, didn't see how critical this was. And what are we seeing since the pandemic? We're seeing mental and emotional health skyrocket, right? We're seeing depression. We're seeing anxiety. We're seeing AFib, right? We're seeing major sleeping disorders. We're seeing autoimmune disorders that are all skyrocketing through the roof, right? This is because we're not getting the right kind of light at the right time of day. This was an epidemic before the pandemic. Now, with the pandemic, moving our lives almost completely indoors and not gaining access to daylight in the morning, it becomes this nasty cycle where we think that we're just depressed and we're just anxious because that's just what's happening, because we're not getting the human interaction and that human connection. Yes, that is so true. But it doesn't change the fact that our circadian rhythms are becoming severely misaligned by not getting adequate daylight. And without adequate daylight, none of the other pillars of health and wellness that rest on them are going to be as strong as they possibly could, so that you can live a happier, healthier, fuller life. That's why we want to do this for you. We've wanted to do this for you forever. That's why we started the Light Vitality Group so many years ago, or not so many. We officially incorporated in 2017, and we had been building and spreading this message since about 2014, until we ultimately realized we need a company. We need something to back us up. And now, all of a sudden, 2020, this pandemic has just opened up everybody's eyes. And we're the people that you want to talk to. We have been compiling research. We have been constructing education and building a message around light and circadian health for over half a decade, almost a decade now. And we have such a wonderful message to share with you. We're going to be sharing it with you during the live launch Light Wellness Experience workshop, and and we really hope that you can make us. We understand that schedules are different, that you might not be able to make it at noon Eastern Standard Time every single day to see us live and interact and provide comments and ask questions. And as much as we want you to, so that we can be there and have that two-way interaction with you and support you on the spot in the moment when you're feeling it and you're vibing, right? We understand you might not be able to make it. That's why all of our live sessions are going to be recorded and left up until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on April 17th, so that you can touch base with us. You can go back, you can watch it once, you can watch it 10 times, do as many as you need in order to make the most impact from this information that we're going to be sharing with you. Now, let's say that you aren't someone who is particularly interested in your own personal circadian health regimen. And you know what? That's okay. You might already have it on lock just because of the lifestyle that you live. We always encourage you to understand light a little bit more completely, and so that you can have that much more control over this preventative healthcare method and this personal caretaking regimen. And but you can learn tons of that through all of the information we drop in this group on our company business pages, our LinkedIn page. I sprout it all over my personal social media pages as well, because I love this light. But the truth is that this isn't just for the general individual. Yes, every single person needs this. Every single person has a circadian rhythm, and every single person lives their life under light, daylight or electric, whether you want to or not. We need it to see, right? So it comes with the territory. Knowing about it really just gives you that extra bang for your buck. But what if you are a professional within the light wellness market, right? Interdisciplinary. Are you a researcher? Are you a sleep health practitioner? Are you a physical fitness instructor? Are you a yoga instructor? Are you a nutritionist? Are you a physical or occupational therapist? Right? All of these very unique health and wellness practitioners have a market that they want to serve. They want to see, you want to see your patients, your clients be the best possible versions of themselves, mentally, physically, emotionally, right? And this is a way to incorporate this caretaking into your existing practice. So, by joining this workshop, listening to the message, learning firsthand how to tend to your own circadian health, you're going to be that much more effective at supporting the lives of the people who depend on you most, whether that's your family, your friends, your coworkers, your employees, your patients, or your clients. This is workshop is for you. What if you are a professional, within the interdisciplinary light wellness market for lighting specifically? Are you a manufacturer who offers a product that supports circadian health or supports human-centric lighting systems? Are you a lighting designer or an architect that is providing the service of creating these system solutions and getting them installed into your home or your office or your clinic or whatever environment you frequent the most, where you think you are going to need the healthiest type of light to support your well-being? Right? This workshop is for you. This will not only provide you with an intimate understanding so that you can apply it personally. When you understand something intimately and personally, you can not only apply it personally if you wanted to, you can apply it passionately. And when you speak with passion and you speak with resolve, your message becomes truer, more authentic, and people want to listen to that. People want to know that the person that they're talking to, that whoever they are getting information from and they are trying to learn from and be supported by, really understands it, really gets it, and really wants to do best for you. So if you want to show up for your market and you want to serve them best, then this workshop will be a wonderful opportunity for you to take a deeper dive, understand better how to communicate this message more effectively, and how to support your market in a way that you may not just be reaching them in. So I hope that you have, registered for the workshop and the event. I hope that you are starting to see with all of the information that we are dripping over the course of the last 4 weeks, just how critical and important it is. And I hope that you are able to find ways to apply these messages and this practice into your daily routine or even just weekly routine right now. And we are going to be providing even more information about how to better do so during the live launch event. And I hope that you guys can join us. We want to hear from you. Please leave comments, interact with us. There's nothing we want more than to answer your questions. It's why we're doing this, right? Because at the end of the day, we all want and need to feel better. And especially during a time like right now, where we are still in a relative quarantine, where businesses haven't opened up, where you're working from home in private offices that may or may not have windows, that may or may not be facing east, west, north, or south, right? And all of that matters in terms of daylight exposure for your circadian health, and we'll explain that in the workshop. And you need to understand how to make the most impact of wellness through utilizing healthy light in order to just be the best possible version of yourself that you can be, to give yourself a fighting chance, right? We're not saying that light and circadian health is going to be the end all be all. It is not a cure all, right? It's not going to heal major disorders, but it is going to give your body a fighting chance that you never knew you needed to give it. And we really, really just want to help you understand that, provide this message for you, and answer your questions and just make the most out of this upcoming workshop. So please keep checking in, tapping in, leave messages, leave comments, let us know what you're thinking, let us know how you're feeling. Start taking note of the little observations of your health and wellness and all of these pillars of health that are tied to circadian health, whether they're good or bad. And throughout the workshop, we hope that you're able to identify the changes that are occurring and the transformations that you're making through tending to circadian health through light. It's really all that we can hope for at this point. So thank you so much for joining me today. This is a little bit longer than I had expected it to be, but at the end of the day, every message about light and health is important, or else this isn't what I would be doing with the rest of my life. So thank you so much. I hope to see you soon, and always remember to live lighthearted.